Okay, hello everybody. Stefano Negrini here. Today we can start with the live classroom. Every 2 weeks we have on Tuesday on 7 p.m. we have this type of live session. In all of these live sessions we discussion about different topics. And the first today is the DIA software by GRAPHY. DIA software is the GRAPHY software to planning and make aligners for direct printing. If you see here, we have already prepared a case for you, but obviously this case is already cemented and is ready done for the planning and make aligner. If you are interested to understand the way to make the segmentation in the GRAPHY at the end of the this live section, please write DAD in the comments, and I will send to you a small video to understand the way to make the best segmentation. Basically, this is the case. Now I explain a little bit the interface of the software. In the corner here is the Explorer. The Explorer is the tree, and this tree changing step by step during the planification and also the staging, and when you make a liner, the tree changing, and the new step become here, and just to pay all the attention in everything and also to have all in the same page. This is the main window, and here you have a lot of icons. This is the workflow, just to home is just to import, configuration is just to set something here, ready for the segmentation. The segmentation you need to add here some information, but I mentioned a few minutes ago, I will send to you a video at the end of this live section. And here you have orthodontics. Orthodontic is the step for correction. Today we work in free way, like no artificial intelligence, nothing, just human mind, and we use just correction, just to change the position of the tooth in a different way. And because DIA software use also a part of artificial intelligence, just to help you in some movement, you need just to add some detail, and the artificial intelligence show you a preview of the result of the planning. Manufacture is the last steps, is the step for make aligner, also retainer, but today we make aligner, and also to make support and engrave text, and also to make print model. I will show you why. Okay, go. Segmentation is ready. Orthodontics. Basically, now if you look here, is step 0, this initial. This is the default case. For make some changing, you need to copy and paste this step. What is the way? Click in the right in the mouse and select create new step, and the software copy and paste the 0 in step 1 initial. But also, if you see this is in bold and is not, you need to transform this in bold. But first you need to change in the name here, just to input some information in the software, because the software need to understand the initial at the end of the treatment, just to show you the number of the staging. Now the second step is just to select, click with the right in the mouse and go here and click in a treatment line here on the treatment and change the name in first alignments. First alignment means the end of the planning. The first alignment is, for a case simple like this one, is the main treatment, but also you need to transform this in bold and make this one active and this one disactive. Okay, you need to click in the route in the mouse and to set active. Okay, sorry. Okay, now this is the main stage and this is in the background. Okay, basically click in one of the teeth and look, the software activates some icons. These icons like expansion, overcorrection, C alignment, second alignment is use artificial intelligence. But today I told you we can talk about just to work free. Okay? Easy. You click here, correction. The software show you some line, axis and arrow, but also open a new window here with some information. Now I explain this information in that window. Okay, basically the axis and the center of rotation of the axis. Look here, axis type, you have some different axes, and now we have in the border. Border means in the middle between crown and root, and the software is basically started from this type of selection axis, and if you try to move, look, the movement is half and half in the crown and half in the root. But during the treatment, you are able to change the center of the rotation center, like in the top, and the software add the rotation center in the incisional edge. And look, this is just for root torque, okay? And another one is just the root, and the software add the rotation center in the top of the root. And when you try to move, the most of the movement is in the crown, like pendulum. Okay. If you see here, when you add movement and the software change this value just to have under control all the time the type of movement. If you want to click reset, the movement becomes 0 and in the default position. The last one of the axis, I use this 1, 2, 3, and 4, not the occlusion, because the occlusion become here, and look, it's just, I don't use this axis anymore, but I use this one. Look, the inch. Inch means a point of rotation, and if you put the hinge here, look, you have a fixed point and the movement is like a door movement. But obviously you have the possibility to change the point of the hinge, like from distal to mesial, just to press Alt in the keyboard and click the other side, and the software change the hinge point. This is interesting when you have a good relationship for the neighbor tooth, like on distal, on mesial, and you decide to fix one point and move just the other point, like fix the mesial, like this one, and open, or maybe change and move this one, like two different type of movement. This is so interesting for a rotation movement, and that's it. Okay, basically, right now, reset everything. And this one also, another interesting point, interesting detail in this window is just checking the neighbor tooth and also check occlusion and the range. About that, you define the minimum range, like I had here 0.09. When the interference become 0.1, the software detect the change color from green to yellow or orange or red, depending on the amount of collision. Also, you have for the adjacent tooth collision or for the occlusion. My suggestion is just to take on the for the collision for the adjacent tooth, but sometimes just to check the occlusion. Okay, just only for checking. Okay, basically, now I will show you one thing. If you go like this, look. Okay, the software show you some detail here, just to understand color and color. You are here now. And if you go down and down and down, change color, like you have here now, and also you are orange here, 0.92, and this one, or maybe this one, it become red. Okay, that's it. Basically, now we are ready to starting with this planning. Okay. We check the occlusion and we detect some movement. Okay, another interesting point before starting is the movement is like you see three colors. This is for the angle, this one is for the straight line movement, red, green and blue, and red, green and blue also for the rotation. Okay, the blue one, just to click it with the mouse and you change rotation. Also, you see the value. Plus, when the movement is measure rotation. Negative is when this is measure or distal rotation. It's just become minus or plus. Okay? All the time you have minus or plus, depending on which type of movement you had in the tooth. And this is the way to use the mouse. But if you need to change, just select another color. And for example, the green one is for inclination and the red one is for tipping. And also the arrow, the red one is for the straight line movement. And the green is for the measure distal movement. And the blue is just to extrusion and intrusion. Okay? Reset. You have also the option to don't use the mouse but also use keyboard. This is up to you. And just to you select which type of movement you want to make and you select, and finally you go to the keyboard and you use the arrow left and right just to change. Okay? If you need to change the movement, you need to select another axis and make inclination, or maybe the red one and make tipping. Same for the arrow, you select the red one and you go like this. The green one, distal and mesial, and also the blue one, up and down. Okay, let's go to the planning. Okay, we work by hand, like to make some distal movements. And we check everything, like for example like this one, and also come a little bit back just to change inclination. Is just to change inclination, and also hinge, just to alt, you change the point of the hinge and you go like this, and also border, and you close the space. And also, for example, you top and you change this one, for example, and this one, and also you put inch and you select alt and change the inch point and go like this, and like this, and maybe like this. Just to take care of the midline. Now we can make rotation in the lateral, and okay, you have collision. Okay, now we check collision, and okay, we can move something like this one, and you go like this. And maybe like the border again, just to move like this, and to go, for example, like this, just to take off the collision. Okay, not a lot collision. And hinge, just to change, just to change the incisor, like, okay, this one, and go like this, open a little bit just to take off the collision. Okay, just have the midline done. Okay, also we go in the back, the lower jaw, and you put like this a little bit. Now you check also this one and this one. The collision here is good enough just to check obviously the occlusion. And also the canine. We make space for the 42, just to go outside a little bit. Change inclination a little bit. Okay, just to check. Okay, when the planning is already done, you can check, you see maybe all the movement here in the tooth like this, and you check everything, and if you agree, okay, just to check apply, and also the software make everything for you, collect all of the movement. Right now, to define how many staging you need from to the step 0 to the step 1, you need to come back a little bit just to activate again the step 0, make bold, like to select, and with the right button of the mouse you select active. Okay, now the software become in the malocclusion. Okay, and now the software the DAD software is able to define the amount of movement between 0 to first alignment, because the first alignment is the 100% of the movement. Basically, now is just to define the staging. You click the last molar and you click Control and arrow, double click, the software select everything, but also show you some new icons like extrusion, expansion, just to add different movement, or staging. Staging is to define the priority of the movement. This is a new topics for one of our next live section in the classroom, but also you have alignment. You select alignment, and the software show you the staging, like 3 for the upper jaw, 5 for the lower jaw, and also the reference tooth in the upper jaw is the rotation of the 22, and in the lower is the reference is the buccal movement on the 43. But the criteria to define the amount of step is this one. If you change this value, obviously the step become more or less, depend on which type of, if you go down of this value, obviously the amount of the alignment become more. If you increase the value, become less, and that's it. Basically, the backward movement is 0.3 millimeter, mesial and distal is 0.3, and also the intrusion extrusion, the linear movement is 0.3, and angulation, inclination is 3 degrees per step, and rotation is 4 degrees. Okay? If you agree this one, just to click apply, and the software make everything for you. Obviously, when we talk about 5 aligner, is the aligner between the 0 and the 1. If you see, the 1 becomes 6, because it's the last one. Okay, that's it, good enough. And also now you are able to see the video of the movement. Look, the software show you the movement, and also you are able to record and share to your customers or patient. You have the possibility to show just the arches one by one and see the movement, and also in the lower. And also step by step. Okay. Now, the last part of the DAD of GRAPHY is the manufacture, the last step of the workflow, and you have the possibility to make the retainer and aligner. Why these two different? Because if you make setup for a 3D part software like other software, like I don't know, other company, and you are able to import all of the staging and also select all of the staging, obviously not upper and lower, but just all the upper or the lower, and select just retainer. It's not possible to make a liner when you import stage from a different 3D part software, but you are able to make everything, say the thickness and define the design and everything, but also you are able to make a liner just when you work for all of the wool cases inside DAD software, because obviously DAD software is born for make planning and make aligner printing. Okay, basically. You select maybe the upper jaw. You need to select the box and also the name. Okay. And select make aligner. Okay. The software open a new window. Where is the detail in this window? It's just the main important is blend. Blend is the software close the space between the teeth just to avoid the material during the printing become in the middle, and obviously the fitting become bad, and that is not good. For 0.3 they close all of the gap, and the offset between the aligner and the tools, and also the offset between the aligner and the gingiva is possible to look changing, like to make the same, or double click and put 0.07 or 0.08, what you want. I usually put 0.07 and 0.05 for the offset. Why? Because sometimes the rendering of the gingiva is not the same like the rendering of the tooth, and that is much better to have the contact with the gum a little bit less than the tooth, a little bit. But also, you show here the thickness. Always the thickness is 0.5. Another main topic is the board of the aligner and the end shape. The best is you have two solutions, rounded and chamfer. Chamfer is the best because it becomes very smooth and also more comfortable for the patient. But also you are able to define the margin line and labial and lingual differently, different setting, and you have three different settings, just straight line, curved, and Curved is just a little bit curved, follow the tooth, but also scalloped. Scalloped is just follow the just the crown, don't touch the gingiva. Basically, from my point of view, the best is to use straight, lingual and labial 2 in a different millimeter. In the buccal side, 2 millimeter, and in the lingual side, 1.5. Okay. When you set all of this one, you click update, and the software update all of the detail and show you a preview of the aligner setting. Okay, look. Basically, the blade means this one, just to the software close all of the gaps. 2 millimeter means this one in the buccal side, and 1.5 millimeter means this one, just to, but also straight line. In the last molar, the line become close to the crown. Okay. You need to check everything, and when you agree, just to apply, and the software obviously apply all of the detail you had in the update. Okay. Look, this is the scalloped. Okay, scalloped means the transition between the aligner and the gingiva is so smooth, and for the patient is much better. Look, or here, look, is much better. It's so smooth and more comfortable. Look inside, is no extra material, no material between mesial and distal. All is smooth, very well. The last other step is just to engrave test. When you click engrave test, we have also a new window, and it's possible to define the text size, also the deeper, that, and also you put the date, or maybe some code if you want, and test, for example, like my name, Stefano Negrini, and also do the steps or not, if you want, and also thickness. Thickness 5 is 0.5 is the thickness, or maybe just the steps. And if you click in the green point, it's possible to move a little bit. Look. But also put in the first premolar, in the second premolar, first premolar, or in the last molar, where you want. And also you have chance with the arrow to move up and down. No, up and down, and also, okay, in the first cuspid on something. And when you agree position, and also all the detail here, just to apply. And the software apply just in one click all of the number. Okay, you, for example, you have 1 and 2 and 3. Okay. the last staging, the last step, is the make support. Make support means the support for printing. Now I show you why the software show you for me this pop-up, because GRAPHY recommends the angle 4 degrees of angle. I changed this angle, that's why the software show me this. I put the arch more vertical. Usually the GRAPHY, the suggestion of GRAPHY is just like this, okay? But I explain you why, and the software show me this one because look, the pop-up, because I have one support inside the aligner, and that is not good. And now I explain why I put the aligner in that way. Look, the blue line is just to define the island. Island means when you check, look now, when you check the support, when the island become like they close the circle, like you need to have some support, because if you don't have support, probably the aligner doesn't print, doesn't come, and that is not good. But also, I don't like to have the support in the occlusal surface, and add, just click with the left in the mouse. If you want to take off, just to click Control and just to click in the point, and the point disappear. I don't like to have in the occlusal surface, but also I had here and in the lingual side, because in the lingual side is not. I don't like to have more support in the occlusal, because the surface become not smoothing, and I don't like. And that's it. When all of the support is done, just to apply, and the software apply everything. Look, all the support, and now the aligner is ready for printing. Just to take off, and you select all of the aligner, and you go here, home, and you click export. The software prepare something, and you need like to make new folder and put SN1 and click save. And when you go down here, you click this one and you go to documents and SN1, and you have all of the aligner here ready to export. And also we have thickness 0.5 and number 1, 2 and 3. Okay, that is one. The last topics for you is this one. If you, in this case, the software don't need, the planning don't need attachment. If you need attachment, the best is to export model with attachment and thermoforming. This is the best way. Don't printing the aligner for attachment is not available, is not useful. Also, it's much easier to printing model and thermoforming. What is the way to export the model, because this software is born just for export aligner, not model. Basically, you go to manufacture and select the model, and you click make print. the software show you this cutting plane, and you are able to define some details, some rules like thickness and also inclination, like look, and in the incisor and molar, and also this one, left and right, and where you are able, and also thickness, because the model become with hollowing, and if you click, you define the thickness, and you click apply, and this is the model. And now, same, you are able to export and use this one for thermoforming. Okay guys, this is the end of the first lesson. Please, if you want to receive the software, the video for the segmentation, please add in the comment DRD, and I will send to you the video, and see you in 2 weeks for the second live classroom. See you. Bye bye.